Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video on my LED light setup on my FT Versacopter. I had a couple of requests on a few of my other videos that they were wondering how I had my LED lights set up. So here's a quick little video for you guys. So basically what I use is these LED strips, pretty cheap. It's about maybe $5 for a meter. And I got that from Hobby King. Comes in a box like this, Turnigy brand. And I also use 18 gauge wire to wire it all together. And those LEDs are pretty good, pretty bright. So basically, if you look here, each of these has one positive, one negative. And so basically, I just kind of wired each positive and each negative together. So if you look right here, for example, I have this positive wire soldered to this positive wire, and it's all going together right into here. And then I also have one positive wire going all the way over here to connect these two together. And same thing with the negative wire. So I have the negative wire for both these LEDs in the front going up to the back through those two wires right here. And basically this all goes through to this one big connection where I soldered it all together. And then, as you can see right here, and it all goes into this one JST connector right here. So that way, if I ever wanted to, I can unplug it if I want to turn them off. So it's pretty nice to have a connector right there. It's pretty easy to do. It will take quite a bit of time in soldering. It probably took me close to an hour because it's pretty tedious actually, but it's really not that bad. Actually kind of made it worse because I was reusing this JST connectors. Normally you wouldn't need these solder joints here, and there. So really, it's pretty simple and it's well worth it. I'll just turn them on real quick for you guys. And they're pretty bright. They help a lot with orientation. I also recommend getting, well, if you're flying line of sight, getting colored propellers. Those help a lot too. Yeah. I also wanted to show a quick little few things on my setup. Right here I have a my camera mount for my 1cam HD. And I got these vibration mounts as well as this mounting plate from Flight Test. As you can see, this little material right here is it's foam, but it's kind of rubbery. And I have that right here, and as well as on top to kind of give a nice texture for the run cam to sit on top of. And this just kind of plugs in just like that. It just kind of sits nice and fits pretty well. And it also gives you a built-in angle. I also wanted to share another quick tip with you guys. Today I was flying the Versacopter, and I guess I probably shouldn't have done this, but I had probably had a little bit of a tumble maybe. I didn't realize it, but I think some of my propellers that I was using, maybe one of them got a little fatigued, and I was flying around pretty rough, you know. And actually one of them snapped in midair. And unfortunately I was pretty high up, but the Versacopter handled it pretty well. Just fly bang around. This is the perfect place to fly, Tyler. We found it. Holy moly. Huh. This isn't broken. That thing's bent. And the only damage so far, other than the propellers of course, I don't know if you can see this, but there was a crack right there. But if this ever happens to you guys, I found that filling that in with CA, like gluing it back in with CA, works pretty good because it's still on there now. And that actually cracked on both sides. I don't know if you can see it right there, but that's just a quick tip for you guys. And I was actually really impressed because it probably fell from about maybe 60 feet up in the air. Like the other 3 blades are spinning. I kind of put it into, it was on an angle mode, so I was kind of punching the throttle a little bit to try to keep the landing not as hard. But when it hit the ground, it hit it really hard, and it probably bounced up about 10 feet. So literally, I was pretty worried about the damage. But at first, I thought there was no damage. Like all these inside here, completely fine. The motor mounts were fine, but they were, of course, bent around everywhere like they're supposed to be, which is really nice. They just, instead of breaking the motor mounts, they just shift and they rotate on the carbon fiber booms. It's a really nice feature about this model. I also wanted to talk about the GR18. I haven't used this for a little bit now, and I'm really impressed with it. I guess it might not be very practical for the hardcore mini flyers, you know, for all the racing quads. But for a beginner like me, where I just wanted to get the quad going, I didn't want to have to worry about the Ace 32. Actually, I got an Ace 32 and I had a hard time with it, so I just decided to get the GR18 since I already had a Grobner transmitter. And I gotta say that it works really good. I'm very impressed with it. It's a lot of money. It's $99 from Flight Test, but in my opinion, it's worth it. And the ease of use, just plug and play. You just simply take the 4 ESC wires, plug them in, 1 through 4 ports, and there you go. Just got your flight controller, your receiver, all built in one. Very nice unit. Just plugs in right there, and you have the, of course, the diversity antennas. But yeah, that's my setup on the LED lights. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching.